My disability doesn't stop me from playing football, it doesn't stop me from doing any of the sports. It's obviously a really good way to socialise and make new friends and to learn new skills in life, so sport does help me quite a lot. When I went to the Devon Winter Games in Plymouth, we did see a couple of Paralympics and Olympians there, and it just inspired me to see just because they have a disability doesn't mean that it stops them from doing what they love to do. And I just thought it was absolutely amazing that nothing could stop them. You know, they just never give up.
I think we're very fortunate at South Dartmoor because our students actually are fully engaged in all of the lessons. For example, in Key Stage 4, we have an option group, and one of the groups is actually learning how to play goalball at the moment.
I play rugby for the school, I go football training for the school.
I represented the school in rowing, which I really did enjoy. I've also represented the school in boccia as well, which I've never heard of before.
There's a really good ethos within my class about them all working together, and I think as teachers we try to establish that.
Alongside just having that knowledge of individual kids and their individual needs, the PE department puts on a fun club every week. I think you guys nearly got bombarded when you went in there.
I'm enjoying American football and it's the Roberts at the moment. We just have a lot of different sports and they try and mix it up as much as possible.
They often like dodgeball. It enables them to take part in a competitive atmosphere without feeling intimidated, and it also allows them to work on a lot of their fundamental physical needs, so coordination, agility, speed.
We've set up a sensory integration programme. The students come twice a day. They do activities for 10 minutes, and it's quite loud, as you can hear, but they do gross motor skills in the morning and fine in the afternoon.
My favourite thing would probably have to be working as a team, I think, and just being able to be part of something more.
I really like competitive sports, and the way they teach it is they try and play everybody competitive versus competitives and less competitive against less competitive. So it's, you know, people who enjoy it are playing, so it's evened out.
It just gives you a great new way to meet new people and to learn that you are not the only one that has a disability.
We actually had wheelchair badminton going on in one end of the sports hall, and the problem was that more students actually wanted to have a go at the wheelchair badminton because it's different and it's good fun for them.
I've got cerebral palsy, I can't really use half my body, so I was kind of worried about doing PE here, but it's generally really good now. My teachers adapt the equipment and the rules for me, like in netball for your footwork rule. So I've got no balance, I can't land on my feet, so I have to take a step.
What inspires me most is when we have the children that come along to our mainstream events and they are taking part with all the children so that we're able to provide a really inclusive service to what we do.
I feared not being able to do it because it was my favourite subject, but now I want to get on with it and try everything.
I have in the past run the Jubilee Challenge, which is part of the 10 Tours event for children with special needs, and I find that particularly motivating for them, and just watching their success, which then can filtrate out into other parts of their lives, and for me that's the most important part of it.
I get to see the kids that are coming along really kind of physically struggle, and week by week you see their confidence grow. I've got one particular guy that attended Fun Club at Year 7, he was lower group PE, and because of just regularly doing his coordination skills, his confidence, his social skills have become so improved that he's now actually a top group PE student.
For me, it's been absolutely amazing to see the students represent their school for the very first time. Every time there's an activity, we've got so many children that want to take part, and we take them to the boccia or the goalball or the football or pretty much orienteering, whatever's going on. South Dartmoor are there.
2 students in my group at the moment both have movement difficulties, so I've been working with them quite a lot and increasing their confidence actually, and then we entered them in a team representing the school in the Deaf and Ability Games, and it was just the best day. They had such a great time, and I've seen them really grow in confidence over the last couple of months since that event's happened.
The students that have done that in swimming, for example, have come back so passionate and so motivated that they want to know when the next session is, so they just needed that extra little bit of attention on them, and that attention has really brought them out of their shell, which is just fantastic.
My teacher said to me that I'm very confident in the water, and I kept believing in myself, and it's it's got me really, really far. It's got me really far in life, which I'm really happy about.
One particular student with cerebral palsy accessed Devon football trials through us, sent him along, and he's worked his way up the ladder and he's now in the England squad. So very, very proud.
In year 7 I got a letter inviting me to the Devon trials for the CP football, and started on that, played for Devon for a season, and then went South West England, then got scouted there and gone through up to the England development squad.
We had a young lad with autism, and he'd been integrated right the way through. He's a very able sportsman, and now he's engaged doing lots of leadership in sport. So he goes out to the primary schools and he's involved in coaching there as well. So really successful.
I think there's been a big shift over the last 5-6 years, being able to identify and work with all children. I think at one time PE teachers were very, very focused on the high ability, and I think now, particularly the schools I'm working with, are very good at looking at all of the children and providing the opportunities and the different routes that those children need, that every child needs, not because they're good or because they have some particular difficulty.
I can't remember which Paralympian he was, but he just got up on stage and he started talking, and I just thought, wow, this has actually inspired me to do what I love best, to do what I love and to do it really, really well, because if he can do it, I can do it.